I wanted to talk for a couple of minutes, not long drawn out thing, but I was thinking about this yesterday, and I wanted to talk about arguments and reasons we argue and maybe ways around some of it. One good way, wow. Apparently the Ford Freestyle cannot turn without coming to a dead stop. Sorry if you own a Freestyle. I'm talking about the people, not your car. Anyway, kind of defeats my point in this video. What I mean though is that it seems like we're arguing constantly about anything. I mean, people will start a fight over anything these days, and nobody learns anything from it. You guys yell at each other, try to convince people of your opinion or your fact, and if they don't believe in it, they're not going to. It's really that simple. Intelligent arguments can sometimes sway an opinion, but regular arguments that are just going back and forth yelling at each other, they don't get anywhere. And no one at the end, I've never seen at the end of an argument where someone's just like, you know what, you're right, I'm sorry, and then that's it. And actually I think it would be comical to see that happen, because I feel like the person on the passionate side of the fight would feel like they were being mocked, because that's how it would seem. Because when we're arguing, especially over an idea, we believe in it, we stand behind it, and we hold true to that. We're not going to back down. You have all that passion, generates all this anger when people don't see things through your eyes, so you stop seeing, you know? The more angry you get, it's like the less that you can think, and all that goes out the window. So how do you think someone's going to learn from something when they're that angry? They're not. And that's why when you have an argument with a good friend, a family member, or someone you love, usually after the argument, you look back on things and you realize, maybe I was wrong about this, and you apologize. Or at least that's how I usually do it. I guess if you wanted to hold a grudge forever, you could, but I feel like that's unnecessary, and it can make life a lot harder. I believe that it's easier to make a friend than an enemy, and I know that sounds wrong, because it's real easy to make an enemy, but what I mean by that is it's easier on life to just make the friend instead of make an enemy. And you don't have to agree with them, but remember, they don't have to agree with you either. And I think if people would realize that, a lot less of the drama would go on, because you can look past that. I mean, that's how I make friends. A lot of my friends believe in weird things, bad things, and they know where I stand, and they keep things away from me. That's fine, you know. There's things I don't believe in, they keep it away from me. There's things that are against my morals and my standards, I don't hear much about it, you know. That's just, I think it's easier on life that way if you just look past everything, get to know people for who they are, and don't really stress it too much if you guys don't agree. And that's life. If we were all the same, it would be boring. But you don't have to make enemies over it. That makes life harder than it should be. And that's what I mean when I say that. So just remember that sometimes you're wrong, sometimes you're right. You don't have to agree with them, and they don't have to agree with you. But you can still be friends. It's amazing.